Hey everyone, welcome to Audrey Study Spotlight. Today we're going to do the quotient rule, which is basically dividing. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. So we're going to work on this problem right here. So g of x is always the bottom term and the f of x is always the top term. Okay, so we're going to write out f of x. We're going to also write out g of x. And then to find f prime of x and also g prime of x, we're going to derive f of x and derive g of x to find it. So f of x is going to just be this, right, as stated in the yellow. And then g of x is going to be this, as stated in the pink. And then f prime of x is going to be 8x. Again, when you have a term like 4x squared, your first step is to bring the 2 down. So your first step is going to be bring the 2 down. So you're going to bring the 2 down. You're going to get 8x squared. And then your second step is going to be to take the 8x squared, take the power and minus 1. Let me put that in red so it's easier. So then you would get 8x. Okay, so that's basically what deriving is, and if you don't have that memorized, you have to have that memorized. Okay, so then now we're going to do g prime of x. G prime of x is just 3. Again, using that rule we just used. When you have a constant term like 4 that does not have an x, there is no need to derive it, just remove it from the equation. Okay, so that happens for everything. So whenever you have a constant, you don't need to do anything. Just remove it from the derived equation. So let's just color code this really quick. So f prime of x, and then we have f of x, and then we have g of x. Okay, so now we're going to put the terms down. So g of x is 3x plus 4. F prime of x is 8x. And then f of x is 4x squared minus 2. And then g prime of x is 3. Okay, so again, let's go back and color code everything. So that's going to go here, and then this is going to be this. So now what we can do is we can just multiply everything out. So 8x times 3x is 24x squared. 8x times 4 is 32x minus... we have 2 terms here, so we're going to do it term by term. So first we're going to do this. So it's going to be 12x squared. And then next we can do the second term, which is going to be negative 2 and 3, which is minus 6. Okay, so now we're going to do the g of x squared, which is going to be, let's do a different color. Let's do blue. So g of x is just 3x, oops, sorry, let's do that in black, 3x plus 4 squared. Okay, so that's kind of your equation to start with, and then once we do that, we can just kind of solve everything. So let's solve the bottom first. The bottom is just going to be 3x plus 4 actually, because there's no need to solve anything from that, because even if you solve it, you're not going to get like anywhere basically. So we can just leave it as 3x plus 4 squared. And then the top we have over here, we have, oh, this should be in red actually. So on the top here, we have these 2 terms. We have 24x squared and 12x squared. The reason why we can minus them is because they have the same power, which is 2. So 24x minus 12x is going to be 12x squared. And then you're just going to plus 32x and plus 6, which is kind of the rest. So 32x and then 6, the reason why it's plus is because you have a minus and minus, which makes a plus. And then you can just copy the numerator down. So that's it. That's going to be your final answer to this equation.